12th of December 2023. We are between Casares and Manilva. Today we'll visit a Torcal with impressive limestone rock formations and the Roman baths of La Hedionda.